Hey guys, it is Jake from Team Insanity. This had a great
Oh
ending. Some
shit.
pretty weird
Jacob,
stuff
through the
happened, but
swamp.
in this video, this is an attack and defend. We actually started at the sniper tower in the village, and the other team is up kind of by the airplane-ish thingy-mabobber. Mine and Jacob's plan was to go through the swamp, go all the way around them, and come up from
Hurry,
behind them
hurry,
and
hurry, hurry,
grab the
hurry.
flag. That was the plan. But at this moment, I saw the two people I did not want to see go in the swamp side because I'm using my pump. Jacob's
You just
using
get
his
hit?
pistol.
Come here,
So,
get low, get low, get low, come here.
um, yeah, that's
Alright.
not good. We're just basically so outnumbered gun-wise. They could put
Probably ain't charged.
5 to 6 times more
Okay.
shots
So,
down range than we can at,
get low, come here, sit
in
down.
1 second.
So there's guys that went through the swamp. There's the guys with the response to
And we
thingy.
wanted to go through the swamp.
We should
So we were talking.
bypass,
The plan I wanted to do was
like get past us,
I
and we'll
thought
sneak
that they
through
were
the
gonna
swamp.
try to come and like rush us or like try to go camp
Because
our
both of
spawn
us with the
because you
pump
can
and the
respawn in
pistol,
this game, and
they're gonna be
that's
putting
what I did to them last
5
time.
times as much
So
ammo
I thought
down
they
me
were
than
gonna
we
try
do
to
in 1
get a little
second.
bit of revenge. It actually works out really good because when you can't respawn and you have like a whole team surrounding your spawn point,
Yep, I know.
it's like Call of Duty, real bad. So what I was hoping was we went all the way to the back rope instead of going through the swamp at the very beginning and hoping that they would come through the swamp and not see us in the very back. And we would sneak up behind them and shoot them. That's what we were planning on doing.
Move up that way.
Because I was hoping they were going to think that
Watch
we
in
were
the
like
swamp,
by the
see if you see any
two-story or
movement.
something like that. And so we're moving up slowly towards the swamp to see where they're at. And
There they are.
there's all the shooting. That was his gun that I
I
heard.
know, I
And
just heard his gun.
all of a sudden there's
That's
just
him.
you just hear a bunch of shooting, a bunch of shots, all kinds of crazy stuff. And a bunch of people yelling, saying out. Hear a bunch of refs yelling. Actually, more just
Someone's out.
Phil.
Let's go.
Um,
Swing wide.
I'm pretty sure I heard him
Swing
yelling
right a little
out
bit.
and two other people, so I was hoping they were both out. And we started to make our push through the swamp. Slowly. And being in the swamp, especially this kind of year, it's a little bit dangerous. Not like dangerous in a, like to your health dangerous, but like dangerous to the game.
He's a dark camo. He's not a light
Um,
camo.
because as you can tell, the swamp is all nice and lit up out there. It's in the sunlight. When you're in the woods, it's just dark. It's black when you're looking from the swamp into the woods. So they can see us out there in the swamp, but we can't see them back in the woods. So if people were to come up behind us and start shooting at us, we would have no idea. We would have to like start looking for paint streams, which would be a big stretch. And right now the grass out there, the big tall grass, usually it's above your head, but it's still growing because it all died over the winter. So we have to wait until all this grass grows back. So we just had to make do with what we had and get really low. The one guy that I was thinking of, that I feared about running into, because he had a really strong gun and everything, and he could probably take us both out no problem if he saw us. He had a really dark camouflage, so that's why I didn't mind going through the swamp, because I would be able to pick him up no problem, because this is as green as can be. And we're slowly making way through it was wet. Every time I laid an elbow pad down someplace, I got like a good old nice thing of mud. Got some mud all up on me. I came out of the swamp, arms were black, pretty legit. My gloves were soaked, my knees were soaked. And Jacob, I don't even know about Jacob, he was behind me someplace. Slowly moving through. It's a bit thicker.
When I was back in Nam.
Reminds me when I was back in Nam, crawling through the grass.
Because I have a really bright mask, so.
And yeah, I'm using the Dietrich not the orange. I'm using the Dietrich blue ice tinted lens, so it's like a big bright blue mirrored lens. So honestly, I might as well just walk around with a big ass sign on my fucking face saying, "Come shoot me here." Okay, trying to be stealthy
Just pick
because
it up and carry it.
you can't see shit. And I dropped my walkie-talkie. And Jacob lost his too.
What?
And he went to crawl back through the swamp to go see if he
Go
could
back for it.
find it. He never did, but I didn't want to waste
Can you hear me?
time because
Can
we're
you
on
hear
a
me?
time
Did you
limit.
find it? Find it. Find it.
And so I'm talking into the
Did you find
walkie-talkie,
it
seeing
yet?
if he could
Did
get
you
it.
find it? Did you
So
find it?
I just keep on crawling through. Later in the next
Did you
game,
find it?
we saw it
Jacob,
when we
Jacob,
started
Jacob,
making a push.
Jacob.
It was more towards the back rope line. And here we are. We're pretty deep. I didn't see any enemies. I didn't hear any shooting over here. I heard it all the way over on the other side of the field. So I wasn't really too worried, I guess you could say, because it didn't sound like there was much action. And like I said, this is a fully respawnable game. You can respawn as much as you wanted to. But I didn't want to waste all of this time trying to be all nice and stealthy and sneaky.
Did you get it?
And, you know, get shot out or something. Because that would have been just a huge waste. Jacob never found the walkie-talkie. I'm still pushing. That right there is usually how the normal grass is. It's actually even taller than that. So you can kind of see how messed up that grass is right now. It has to grow. And it was really wet, so I'm like dripping wet. My glove is soaked. There's some more water.
Shit.
Definitely not the first time I've been wet in this swamp. Not too long ago, I stepped in a really deep puddle. It was actually just a huge ass river, to be honest with you. It was pretty deep. So I'm trying to make through without getting soaking wet.
Oh.
There wasn't any fire so far, so I'm pretty sure, you know, I just was in that mindset to where, if we haven't gotten fired upon now, it's not gonna happen yet. Because we are
Shit.
and I get a nice little, I thought I was gonna lose my shoe right there. I got soaked up to my ankle. Nice white sock is black. But we were out in the open, so, you know, I was thinking if anyone was gonna shoot at us, it would have been right then and there because, you know, we were just so wide open. The whole entire field, that whole village could have known that we were there. But they were all on the other field. So right now, we are pretty far. We're like sort of in the attacking stage. We're on the flank right now. So we're just kind of walking, still being a little cautious. You never know.
I'm drenched.
We were both soaked. And I thought I saw some movement, but we started bumping up slowly to another bunker. Trying to take as much bush lane as I can because the more bush, the more of a chance that it'll either throw the paintball off that they're shooting or most likely just breaking it. Paintballs don't like bushes and trees and shit like that. You know, they can't shoot through bushes unless if you're shooting monster ball, which that is not the case right now.
Back there.
So at this point,
Back there, we're really far
I am taking one trail, Jacob's taking another, so we're just kind of evening out our search a little bit. So both of us, if we were to both get shot, or if, you know, because if we're both in the one spot, then it's easier to take two people out in the same spot than it is to take two people out in two different spots.
Yep.
So if one of us were to get shot at, then we at least know where the enemy's hiding at out here, because then say if I were to get shot out, then Jacob could he could sit there and wait, and I can come back and respawn in and know exactly what I have to do to come and help him. And this is the most sneakiest, most biggest flank thing we've ever done before. We've used all three fields, actually all two so far. I'll move up a little bit. Going through this trail. So now we're out of the swamp. We're back in the woods again. We're back sort of in the enclosed area. And this is where it's going to start to get dangerous because now we are starting to walk up slowly on their spawn point. We're slowly walking up to where their base is and where they're spawning. All that good stuff. That's where I'm walking up at. This big, huge field. Now I'm back out in the open again. I was a little bit too close to the staging area, so I ended up moving. I was right. I was like literally right on the boundary. There's the pole right there. So I move up a little bit. I was planning to meet Jacob up here, but I didn't see him right away. So I just start to advance because I don't want to waste any time. But I don't want to start yelling, "Hey Jacob, I'm over here," and start being a retard. Because literally, like, to my right, um, about 25 to 30 yards, is the other speedball course, and that's where they are all respawning at. And I could hear people out there talking. I'm trying to make some noise so Jacob will hear me. And I have no idea. You can't see in there. That's what I'm talking about. He can see me, but I can't see him. He was actually kind of confused though. I start staying low, going through the grass.
Jacob.
You don't know where I was at, so I had to say Jacob a little bit. I didn't want to give away my cover by starting to talk, because that would
Jake.
raise suspicion. But at this
Come here.
point,
Hurry.
we're so far behind the enemy that they're gonna think that we're part of their team.
This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
So,
Hello.
that's one thing. And now we're getting really into the action, but we're still a little bit behind it because we're still behind the whole entire enemy.
Their respawn right there. I'm gonna try to get right in here.
And there's the bush right there that I was making. And this was one of the most riskiest parts because this is the most open area. You could see right through here to their respawn. And I didn't want them to see me starting to crawl through. So I had to work a little bit diligently to get into this nice dark, really bush covered area. I knew once I was in here they weren't gonna see me in here. There's no one back here.
Come here. Come here.
So we're both moving up.
Not yet.
We haven't got any kills yet. Moving up on the flag. Our team thinks that we're worthless because we're using a pump and a pistol. So they had no idea why. And, you know, we were even playing. But don't ever underestimate people with pumps or pistols because they can do work. As we did. And here's all the action. I can see them right now. I don't know how well you guys can see it on the camera, but I could see them slowly. And I have like a really, you know, like I said, I have that really bright, shiny mask. So it kind of sucked leading because, you know, if you were to look at it, I wanted to stay away from really light, shiny areas because once that light hits that mask, it's gonna, you know, light up the whole entire goddamn woods blue. So I kind of wanted to, refrain from doing that.
Stay low.
And there was about 3 to 4 people had no idea that we were there, telling Jacob to stay low because they were looking over here, but I don't think they ever saw us. I don't even think that they had an absolute clue that they were that we were over here. There's lots of shooting going on. This is the defender base practically that we're in right now. And there's people walking up and down the trail that are respawning. Not even the ref knew that we were back here. No one knew that we were back here. Our team didn't know. So if anything, we were in the worst spot in the entire field because if we were to come out and show ourselves, we'd get lit up from our team and their team because, you know, our team would think that we're part of the enemy team, and the enemy team obviously knows because we're in big bright bands on us. So we're in a really bad position. I'm trying to stay on this nice, really light area so it doesn't make my lens go really, really light. And there's people that we're seeing right there. The trail is about 25 feet, if even. And these guys are walking. I'm surprised that they did not see us. They are so close to us on the trail. And, yeah. One of them eventually looked over, but it just turns out that he was talking to one of his buddies. There's 3 guys. I'm trying to whisper to him. Who was alive in front of us. There's 3 guys at the airplane defending the flag. And that was what I could see. There's actually 2 more people inside of the bunker, inside of the airplane-ish thingy. So there was really 5 people. and I'm putting my hand on top of my mask or like over the lens part because I didn't want them to see it. And I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity for my team to, you know, slowly take out the enemy. Because I don't want to just run in there and be like, hey, kind of thing, because they're just going to blow me away. Because that'd be very bad. So I'm trying to put leaves on my mask. I'm putting my hand over my mask. And as of right now, I see like 4 people.
There's 2.
And we're just kind of sitting here because we couldn't really make a move. I'm trying to tell Jacob how many people I see. And then there's people walking on the trail, and this retard walks right out in front of me. And Jacob was like tapping on my foot like, don't shoot him, don't shoot him. He ran right out in front of me. I laid down even harder because I thought, you know, he saw me. Comes through a little bush. Gets away from the little brush area so I could shoot him. Got him one time. He had no idea. Got him a second time. Then he finally figured out.
No, you're not. Fuck. No, wait.
And
I'm a no ban.
he never called out. He's like, I'm on your team. I'm on your team.
Dude.
And he never called out.
You didn't call out. So
and at this point, my whole entire cover was kind of blown.
Well, it doesn't matter if your teammate shoots.
He never called out, so I had to put another one on him. He was pointing his gun at me. And he just went back there and said, hey, there's 2 players over there. So we were about to get run down. I see 4 or 5 people. They weren't looking at me, so I go running for the flag. Boom, get hung by the get hung by the rope. That really hurt.
Oh, fuck.
It really hurt. I hung myself by the rope right there. I got shot right after, like, they almost got me. There's 2 people right there. There's some people that came out of the airplane. So
no, it's not
you'll see their whole team
rope.
start to emerge.
Yeah. Woo.
That hurt, man.
Thank you.
I felt that pain.
So, thanks for watching.